Welcome back, my questionauts. My name is Space Duck, and today, as I'm sure you can see in the title, we're going to be talking about an article. I'm currently on stream right now, so I am streaming. I do stream every day around 4 p.m. EST, so definitely come check them out if you like. Anyways, in terms of this video, we're going to be talking about an article that just recently got released, and it is called Genshin Impact Developers Talk About Endgame Content and Welcoming Newcomers. So I'm going to be going through this article for the first time, so let me just open it up here on screen so you guys can see it here. Alright, so here is the article. What the hell is this? Alright, so again, Genshin Impact developers talk about in-game content and welcoming newcomers. Alright, so this was posted on October 1st. Wait, today's the 3rd. How did I not see this? Anyways, so the Genshin Impact version 3.1 update has recently went live. And with it came the chance to speak with Hoyoverse developers. Actually, let me beat the game real quick, because I don't want to hear freaking Gone emoting in my screen every 2 seconds. Gone, you shut the... Okay, so the Genshin Impact version 3.1 update has recently went live, and with it came the chance to speak with Hoyoverse's developers over email to gain insight into the team's plans for the future. We asked about the endgame content, resin camp costumes, and more. In the responses, the developers touched on what's currently being worked on, as well as potential ideas for future updates. Okay, so GameSpot version 3.0 and 3.1 are expected to be 1 week shorter than usual. Okay, we already know all of that. Okay, so in the future, we'll be continuing with these shortened version lengths, or should players expect update releases to return to their former pace? So I guess that's the question. Here's the answer. Starting from version 3.0 to the end of version 3.2, the length of each update will be shortened to 5 weeks. Okay, but a shorter update cycle will not influence the quality of gameplay and content. Please stay tuned. Okay, so that's the first question there. We kind of already know that, so that's fine. All right, so next question, and this is going to be a very, very important question, as I can clearly see here, skimming through the question. Currently, the Spiral Abyss is the only true endgame content for players at high adventure ranks. True. Are there any plans to release new permanent endgame content in the same vein as the Spiral Abyss? Okay, so that's the question. Here is the answer. The Spiral Abyss is one of the most effective ways for players to test out their party composition and combat strength. Okay, I agree. If we design another type of permanent endgame content that is similar to the Spiral Abyss, it might end up creating excessive anxiety. BS, by the way, complete BS for our players. Not everyone is interested in Musk Reef. Okay, so number one, before we even go to the second answer here, right? Number one, and again, I'm streaming right now, right? I'm gonna ask the chat, right? Because I'm streaming. A game, okay, if a game is giving you stress and anxiety, guess what? Uninstall, dude. There's an option. Uninstall. You don't have to play the game. Nobody is putting a gun to your... Oh, wait, there's a freaking sex bot in the chat. Goddamn. But yeah, nobody's putting a freaking gun to your head to play the game, right? Nobody has a gun to it. Oh yeah, you gotta play the game, man. If you dare log out of the game, it's over for you. Like, nobody is forcing you. If you have anxiety or if you're feeling stressed in Genshin Impact, you don't have to play. Uninstall. Play Fortnite. Play Roblox. Like, you don't have to play Genshin. So this right here is full of freaking BS. That's number one, man. That's number one. I'm gonna come back to this, but this is full of BS. Anyways, next part of the answer here, just like the Genius Invocation TCG that we unveiled in the special program for version 3.2, we're also working on designing more interesting gameplay in the future. As an open world game, Genshin Impact has a natural compatibility with various types of gameplay, which gives us confidence in the long-term operation. Okay, I mean, do people really, okay, so with this card game, right? Are people actually gonna be playing this long term? I'm gonna be honest, when this card game drops in 3.2, because yeah, I'm supposed for 3.2, right? When this card game drops in 3.2, me personally, I'm gonna play it, I'm gonna check it out, see if the game is fun and stuff, but long term, let's be honest, dude. Let's be honest. When I log into Genshin Impact, I am building my characters to use them for combat-based events or content. I'm not farming my ass off, struggling with artifact freaking BS RNG to just have my characters just sit in their AFK to play a card game in Genshin. If I wanted to play a card game, I would just play Yu-Gi-Oh, to be honest. I want more endgame content, and the fact that Hoyoverse is telling us that they don't want to add in more endgame content because apparently it gives excessive anxiety to players, it just doesn't make any sense, man. Anyways, moving on, next question. Genshin Impact is going into 2 years with an ever-expanding roster. Some older characters might get left behind as power creep settles in, and newer characters become much stronger choices. Is there a plan in place to potentially upgrade older characters and make them more viable? Okay, very, very good question. So the answer, if a character is only assessed by a single dimension of numerical strength, power creep could indeed be an issue. Okay, so, number one, Genshin Impact is a PvE game, and I understand, meta only goes so far. Yes, Obviously, meta characters a lot better in the Spiral Abyss for 36 story in the Spiral Abyss, but at the same time, Genshin Impact is not a PvP game. So like overall, you can only take the meta so far, right? Because this game is PvE reliant. Like it's a PvE game, there's no PvP. However, in Genshin Impact, the rules of gameplay are more impactful than how strong a character is. Therefore, new battlegrounds, new challenge levels, or even new team builds all have potential to bring new life to existing content. Okay, I guess. Alright, so next question. The introduction of Dendro has created plenty of new ways to cause elemental reaction, but some elements have been left out. Has there been any discussion regarding the addition of new reactions for existing elements? I'm assuming they're referring to Geo here. Let's be real here. Geo is probably the weakest element in the game right now. You just can't really argue that. It is the weakest element, so I'm assuming they're referring to Geo here. For example, in the future, could there be new Geo Dendro reaction? Answer to the question, we have no such plans for the time being. Okay. With the release of the Dendro element, the 7-element system has become somewhat complex. For us, there are other ways to increase the fun for players rather than simply increasing the complexity of the game rules. I mean, would it really be that complex if they had a Geo Dendro reaction? Like, would it be that complex? Like Geo, okay, the thing with Geo is that the reactions are this complete dookie, man. Like Geo, okay, so for the future of Geo characters in the game, it's like, what else would you really run with Geo? The fact that there is like no good Geo reactions in the game, and everything Geo related is locked behind Mono Geo with the Goro, right? And I guess Triple Geo or 4 Geo comps. It's like there's not much you can really do with Geo. What would really be complex with adding in a Geo Dendro reaction? Like I don't really understand that. But anyways, moving on. With easy and open rules, given some time, players will come to discover their own ways of developing builds. That is the fun of this game. The balancing of the gameplay rules is part of the team's long-term design focus, plus the team's experience and learning from players' feedback in the long run are all important to maintain that focus. For us, there are other ways to increase the fun of players rather than simply increasing the complexity of the game rules. Me personally, I don't know how adding in a Geo Dendro reaction would make it more complex. Next question. The world of Teyvat continues to expand, giving players so many more challenges to complete daily. Domains, bosses, and ley lines. Is there a chance we see a cap increase for original resin? Cap increase doesn't really matter, but moving on to the next part of the question. Or a quicker regeneration rate. This is very, very important, man. I have been saying this since day freaking, I don't even know, man. We need 5 minutes per 1 resin. We need 5 minutes per 1 resin. The game has been out for 2 years. This is a very, very important question. I think the cap increase, 160 resin cap is fine, but we definitely need 5 minutes per 1 resin. Anyways, moving on. Or a quicker regeneration rate to allow players to take on more of these challenges each day. Alright, answer. Domains, bosses, and leylands are important means to farm character and weapon ascension material, and resin are required to claim these items as rewards. Meanwhile, we're also providing more options for gamers to obtain character development items. For example, many character... What is this? Bro, this doesn't even answer the question. For example, many characters and weapon ascension materials can be attained and redeemed from events that run periodically. Okay, so basically they're saying that you can get ascension materials from events, but like, this doesn't answer the question. They're dodging the question, man. Are we going to get a cap increase, or are we going to get a quicker regeneration rate in the game? Yes or no? If yes, when? If no, why? Right? They're dodging the... Oh my god, Hoyoverse, man. This is actually pissing me off, dude. Like, why are they dodging the question, man? It's a yes or no question, dude. New players may have been a bit lost when starting the Summertime Odyssey event because they missed Fischl and Mona's first introductions. Yes, this is very important because if you're a new player, if you don't know, by the way, limited events like this, basically you can only do the event during the patch. So if you miss the patch, and this kind of instills FOMO in the consumer's head, if you miss something in the game, then you missed out on everything, if that makes any sense. It's also happened when Scary Mush showed up in Inazum's Archon Quest, on Reckless Time Stars. Archon Quest after appearing in a limited time Mondstadt event. Is the team considering adding a way for new players to... This is a very important question. Are they adding a way for a new player to see or replay old story-related content and cutscenes that only existed in past limited time events? Alright, answer the question. We're aware of this issue and are looking into solutions for it. On one hand, stories from limited time events shall never become barriers to understanding and playing Archon quests. Okay, I don't think that's necessarily true, because the thing with limited time events, it kind of overall meshes with the overall lore. So I don't really agree with this. I don't want to spend like too much time like talking about this, but anyways, I don't really agree with that. On the other hand, we're also working on beginner tutorial adjustments, client capacity optimization, intelligent management of past content, and other optimization. As our technology and capacity grows, we hope to have useful solutions that players welcome. Costumes were added to the game last year, providing new stylish looks for some characters. How likely is it that the Traveler becomes a recipient of one one of these costumes. It'd be interesting to see the traveler in clothing that represents some of the regions they enter on their journey. It's an intriguing idea to design outfits and accessories with regional characteristics for the traveler. We don't have any to share on that front, but also considering new ideas. I mean, personally, wasn't there a quest back in Inazuma where the traveler did not wear the mask? You guys know what I'm talking about, but like, it's like I'm not sure if they ever will add like costumes for the traveler. I don't think this question is very necessary. Like, do people want a skin for the traveler? Is that what people want? I'm not really sure. You guys let me know, I guess. But moving on here, as a follow-up to the previous question, Aether and Lumine seem to get fun little accessories during certain quests, like a mask or flower crown, but they can only be worn for a short period of time. Have you ever considered turning these temporary accessories into permanent cosmetics? We've been discussing this question within the team and some other ideas similar to it. However, we don't have any news or details. Okay, they're saying that they don't know if we'll add skins or not for the Traveler. Me personally, I don't think it really matters. On top of Genshin Impact, Hoyoverse is also working on Honkai Impact 3rd, Zenless Zone 0, and Honkai Star Rail. There's been a crossover between Genshin Impact and Honkai Impact 3rd in the past where Keqing official arrived in Honkai Impact. Are there any plans in the store to do the reverse and bring characters from Honkai Impact 3rd into Genshin? In terms of characterization, we wish to channel more effort and attention into creating characters from the world of Genshin Impact. If there are new opportunities for crossovers in the future, we'll be sure to share them with everyone. I mean, overall, it seems like they're doing a lot of dodging in this article. A lot of these questions are not really being answered. I guess minus the endgame. The endgame was literally the only question they've answered. The resin cap and the possibility of having a better regeneration rate for resin. Basically, they completely dodged the answer on that question. I don't know why. I'm not a freaking dev. I'll leave the article link for you guys down below in the description, so you guys can definitely see the article if you want to read it for yourself. Going back into endgame content in Genshin Impact. Number one, again, the reason, and I don't know about anybody else, the reason why I'm building my characters and trying to get like the most optimal stats, etc., etc. Like, let me not look at Candace, actually. My Candace is not built. But the reason why I'm building all of these characters to get them good stats is to ideally, again, use them in combat-related events. What is the point of me trying to min-max my characters and get them full sets just to run around in the open world and kill hilly trolls? Like, it doesn't make any sense, right? It doesn't make any sense. And again, going back into the fact of like them using the excuse of excessive anxiety for the players. Bro, again, just uninstall, man. Like, if you're playing a game and it gives you stress or anxiety, just uninstall, man. The game is not for you, dude. It's not for you. But overall, I think the article is complete freaking BS in my opinion. I guess that's the answer. I guess we're never getting endgame content. I guess it is what it is, man. It is what it is, I guess. But yeah, that's basically the video. Hopefully it's not too long. Again, the article is in the description down below. Let me know what you guys think about the article. Let me know what you guys think overall. I'd love to hear it. I'll definitely check out all your comments. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like, leave a subscribe, all the good stuff. And I'll see you guys all in the next one.
Told my brothers one day we gon' make it. We just gotta grind for that paycheck. Mama told me one day I'll be famous. Remember when she used to say she hate this? Back then they would laugh when I say shit. Now I'm inside all them people's playlists.